Sketchy Fun, and yeah, I was gonna change it to Saturday sketch party. I don't really know. What do you
I
guys
like it.
think? Yeah, Saturday
I
sketch
like.
party.
I put it in my calendar as Sketchy Friends Live.
Sketchy Friends. I like that
Sketchy
too.
Friends Live is what I
That was
put
the
it in
first
my
thing.
calendar.
So guys, welcome. I have a bunch of stuff that I spammed my own chat just so I could remember to
nice.
say everything that's
Yes.
here. So I'm going to do that for a second. Like, who is
Okay.
this native graffiti? That's me. Okay, so yes, I am not inviting people because there's so many artists on Haps now, which is a good problem. Yay that we I can't just invite a few. I just, and I suppose I can invite everybody, but then they'll all cram into the portal at once. I don't know how that works on Star Trek. Some people, one limb might be in with someone else's limb. I don't know, but
well, you can have all of them come in and we can just rotate them through.
like C.S. Murphy, hands on the hips, literally. Yes. Like I would like to see that hug. Anyway, oh my god, what a great broadcast. So yes, I tagged.
We can like tag team out.
Yeah. Literally, we are going to tag team if enough of these folks show up. No, I know Jeremy, he does his broadcast at 9, and he is going to join us hopefully afterwards. He sounded like
he was finishing up over there. I was talking to him.
So I tagged Bobby Bicker because she wanted to join us, whether she wakes up at 3 a.m. over there in the UK, 3:14 right now. She wants to do a little blindfolded drawing for us because she's ambidextrous.
Of course like she is, because she's fabulous.
She just like can do it all. But she had a similar story to Jeremy. Like she just thought ahead, like, what if I can't use this hand? I don't want to stop doing my art. So
it's almost like an insurance policy of sorts.
I think that's a really interesting thing. So yes, tonight is the art challenge of a non-dominant hand, or in some cases, maybe I don't want to say sphincter. There's a sphincter where you swallow somewhere down here. I'm not really sure. So that would be challenging.
Sounds messy. I think that would be more of a private, like do it at home, draw along with us, just not on camera. I'm not going to encourage that live.
He just might not get an invite.
No Saturday sketchy sphincters.
No, not this weekend. I don't think we're that. It may quite possibly be against community guidelines to experience that live.
I don't know.
No. We're going to pass.
We'll see. Yes. No. Well, it does have alliteration, but even though it's too tongue twisty to type. So we got Chris Wiegand over here. Say hi, Chris.
Hi, everybody.
And
glad to be here.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of different kinds of art. There he is. Then we got another person. There he is. Hi, Gerald. So, Chris, tell us a little bit about your art. What kind of art you like to do, but specifically then sketchy stuff too. So. I know you do a lot of things.
Yeah. No, I do 3D models. I also do architectural drawing, oil painting, watercolor painting, and I'm getting back into sketching now because of you, Michelle.
Oh, really? Is it all my fault? I'm to blame. Yay.
I mean, no. I mean, I've been so focused on the computer and making 3D models and everything that this has been a great impetus to me getting back into it.
Well, you have amazing.
So I went to architecture school.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And and I did a lot of drawing there. I minored in art history, and I took a lot of drawing and painting classes.
Awesome. And surreal naturalism, or is it surreal nature? Anyway, he does this amazing painting, and you were the first person I had up in the little portal on a Saturday. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I guess I am to blame, because even though Haps was still super beta, I mean, we had, a camera on each one of us and a camera on each of our art, and it just kept going in and out. You still managed to hang in there, and it turned into an interview, and I got to know Chris a little bit, and I just thought, this is the coolest dude. Like, and then your videos, the other creative things that you do. So that's awesome. Hello, Lady Neva. Hello, Lorenzo Garza from Corpus Christi. And again, I'm like, there's so many people I tagged. We were trying to think of everyone. Oh, look, there's Macaw.
I saw, Miss Dad snuck in. I saw Brenda's here. I sent her an invitation if she wants to. What country am I from? Invitation. An invite if you'd like to join us up here to draw tonight. You're welcome to join us. Otherwise, please don't feel obligated. But
right. Yeah, ask for an invite, because we just tag people. There are so many people. Like I said, I couldn't invite everybody, but Lindsay here can help me out with that.
If I recognize you, as an artist, I will try to go ahead and send that invite anyways. Please don't feel obligated if you don't want to join.
So yes, what we're trying to do is just like once a week on Saturday, just do this little sketch club together. I wanted to form a sketch club locally where I was at right before COVID. And so that kind of fell through. But I love when you can get together with other artists, be inspired, and just kind of like a social thing, you know, and it's in a lot of ways, Saturday nights, you know, used to be we went out and did stuff. But now we're on the internet, so why not get together and draw? And so we got over here someone new to me, and all of you, maybe some of you, I don't know who's here, but I bet you some of you folks know this person. But I'm going to have you introduce yourself, Mr. Gerald Benton Art, artist and content creator. So that's what your profile says. So what kind of content do you create, and what you doing? Hi, where are you from? What's happening? I'm asking too many questions.
Did you have coffee, Michelle?
I had Wonder Woman coffee. So there we go.
Yeah, that's it.
And mute Michelle.
Oh, hello. My name is Anthony Harris. Gerald Benton Art is kind of the business name I came up with to kind of make myself stand out more.
Okay.
And
how do I have Gerald Benton Art? Why is that your name? If it's Anthony Harris, that's weird. Is that a Haps thing? Do we mess up?
No. That's my name.
Okay. I'm reading the name right. So what kind of art do you do? What do you do here on Haps?
Well, mainly I do mainly my forte is comics art. I do kind of comic related illustrations as well. And comic illustrations as well. Like maybe the first live stream I ever done here was based on a character from the Amazon Prime series Invincible, and that was based off of the character.
Nice. Well, you are welcome here. There's other comic illustrators starting to join the platform, and we're getting to know each other and each other's styles and what they do. A lot of fan artists. Do you do a lot of cons and things like that? I just see a little tag on your shirt from Dallas there. Is it, what do you do? Do you go out and do any of the like Comic-Con type stuff, or?
I used to do the cons. You used to do the local cons around here, before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I've in maybe the last couple of years before that, I kind of slowed down on the conventions.
Yeah. My brother, he likes to do a lot of regional stuff, and so I'm used to tagging along with him and just checking out all the artists. So I'm glad you're here. Welcome. And we have Lindsay Badger taking up all the light and color down there, her fun little screen. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know. I would say illustrator for you, but there's so much more that you do. What would you call the kind of drawings and stuff that you like to do?
Oh my goodness.
Lindsay?
Yeah, sure. You could go with illustrator. I'm first I was a graphic designer, so that was kind of like my first wheelhouse, and I just kind of did drawing as a hobby. So I would do sketches here and there off and on, and it's actually kind of flip-flopped to where I'm doing more sketching and drawing for pleasure and less digital now. Just kind of more of I think it's more of a personal growth project for me, to hone in skills that I probably should have honed a little better before I dove into the digital world.
Well, you seem like it's a natural fit for you. I was actually thinking the other day, now C.S. Murphy, I know he has a life. He lives in LA and he has, people in his life. So Saturday night's probably not the best time for him, but I know for a fact that he's a wonderful teacher. If you go into his broadcast and you listen to him, he has a lot of wisdom and ideas. And I literally was like, I know why you're gravitating towards him. I could literally see you doing some of the stuff that he does, honestly, 3D art, that kind of thing. I was thinking like, so, Miss, you're really like tech and you like art. Like, why not combine those two things and have a fun life? So good day, Grant. Hello, Paul. Hello, Brad. Desiree, I know you are
She's doing
your
that mom thing, which is
and the mom thing and all of that. Yeah.
Which, I mean, that is my number one job. That is my daily
There you
job
go.
is I am the mom. That is the number one. And so everything else comes number two as well. So that's kind of probably why my art only comes out mostly at night or whenever they're at school.
Well, I am
same here, Lindsay.
Yeah. Chris knows all about that.
I am a person who has always done art. Just let me introduce myself because I know Mr. Gerald / Anthony. I'm going to be so confused. That name is not.
I would just stick with Anthony and it will be less complicated.
Gerald Anthony. Well, Anthony, my name is Michelle and I am from the border town of Sault Ste. Marie. I have lived in both countries, America and the U.S. I am of Indigenous. My dad's Ojibwe and Anishinaabe. And so I'm literally a dual citizen just because I have, my grandparents on one side and the other and my heritage. And I'm a member of the federally recognized tribe there up in Sault Ste. Marie. So you'll hear once in a while a little Canadian, a little Ojiglish, as I call it, Ojibwe coming out of me. That's why I'm called Native Graffiti, because we've been making marks in this world for a very long time. And I just am proud to be from that descendancy. But yeah, I was a kid. I used to tag things. I have a mom who's a portrait artist. I grew up with art. I grew up with music. The two things are kind of like my first languages. And so I've been sketching as long as I can remember. And so I never really looked at it like a profession so much as a way of life. And so, I never distinguish between people who quit a full-time job and go into art full-time. It's like, I mean, I think it's all relative, I am also a licensed chef. I've done teaching. I've done a lot of different things with my life. I'm at this point where I feel like a retired mom because I have empty nest. So I'm a successful mom with a son that's 22 now. So I remember those times when I didn't have time to do stuff, but I've always managed to put that in my life. It's always been a part of it. So however little or much you commit to it, that's completely up to you. We got another person here who came in. Yay!
Yay, Brenda made it.
I was going to bring her in. And then, of course, yeah. Now, Desiree has been with me since the beginning of the Saturday stuff as well. Hello, Brenda. So she has my full permission to just hang and chill and do what Desiree does, because she is an interesting kind of artist in that she doesn't need to really interact with words. She just has such a spirit and such a calm presence. I mean, look at this thing that she's been working on, and her and I, there was one Saturday it was just her and I, and we were going through the motions of doing one of my non-referential faces where we just like draw a circle and then divide it. It was kind of like, in a way, draw along with us and do a face, but it was abstract. And she did this really cool drawing of, I don't want to call him an alien, but he was definitely not, he was humanoid, but not necessarily human. And she just has a meditative way, like her whole thing. I like what you said, Desiree, on your post. You said something when you were showing the progress of your macaw, and it said art is to be. And that is Desiree. So if you don't hear her talking, you can see her talking with her pencil. So she has full permission to be here anytime she wants to draw whatever she wants. I don't know how new she is to live streaming, but I'm so glad she's here. So I know she's here and there with the little one. But hello, Brenda. Welcome. This is the first time you've been in our broadcast and our little group here. Nice to meet you in person.
It's kind of dark.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I feel like I only have one lamp in this room, and I'm like, I didn't realize it was so dark, but I apologize.
I'm in the darkness if it wasn't for this light, pretty much. So I have I invested in one of those photo studio lamps because I was tired of squinting, So what kind of art do you do on live streaming and just in general? Like, what kinds of stuff do you like to do?
My favorite is watercolor. I love watercolor. So I've been really practicing a lot with that. And I just bought some, what is it? It's like a I was just
Inks.
talking to.
They're inks or something, right?
Yeah, we were doing them last night in Bobby's stream, and it's like a.
Is it a gouache?
Yeah, like a wash. That's it. So I'm going to order those and try some washes and see how I can work with those.
Gouache or wash?
Gouache. Yeah.
I'm having, I don't know
Wash.
if anybody else has experienced this, but Brenda, your audio is going in and out. Do you have headphones?
Oh,
or
I'm sorry.
that might help because it's just like you're going in and out, and I don't know why that is. But I see Jeremy has come in as well. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got room for one more, y'all. I don't know if that's like a Canadian thing, but you know, I've been saying it the last couple of days, y'all.
Maybe you've been hanging out with me too much because I say
think that's
y'all
what it
all
is,
the
Miss
time
Oklahoma.
because I'm
Recently
from
I have
Oklahoma.
too.
Okay, LAHOMA and CANADA. Well, anyway, we are here to do something fun tonight. Always fun. Reverse camera is helpful. I have got mine plugged in. I'm gonna set it up. But this is what we're gonna do tonight. And Jeremy's getting himself all set up. I can see that. And Desiree, just go ahead and sketch away. Unless you want to join us in the. See, Desiree is ambidextrous. And I'm not going to make her draw blindfolded.
I think she should draw with her energy only and close her eyes.
You should do that if you wanted to.
That's a good idea.
You know what? You
what I did on my show tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at there we go.
I love that. He turned out so well.
Oh
yeah, we had a suggestion for MC Scat Cat from Paul Andrew at the top of the track.
Oh yeah,
that's cute.
I remember that cat. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, Jeremy, one of these days we're going to have you do the biggest sketchbook flip, like everything you've done since, I don't know, 2013, whatever you have that you haven't sold. And then he did Carrie Long, and there she is. Oh my God, I love that. That is so awesome.
Yep.
That is definitely your style.
Adjust my.
So anyway, Jeremy here has been on a mission to draw every day since 2013, and you have it this today. Am I right?
Not a single day.
That's
and
amazing.
He is the inspiration for tonight's challenge. So go ahead, like Jeremy, for the first time. Actually, I mean, I've known him around the Periscope sphere, and you know, we both live not too far away from each other. I think.
Nope, not really.
We might have, yeah. We might have crossed some cons here or there, but what I'm thinking is, for those who weren't here last week, you told us why you're teaching yourself to learn how to draw with your non-dominant hand. Can you kind of like give that summary to the folks here tonight?
I work in a factory, and I have for many years, and I've developed, well, it's not diagnosed yet. I still need to talk to a doctor and surgeons and all that other fun stuff, but I've got some pretty severe carpal tunnel. So my drawing hand has got a nice lump on it here, and even recently I'm starting to get really, toughness right in through here. So eventually I'm not either going to be able to use this hand because of surgery or whatnot. And as she said, I've been doing a drawing a day for the past, we're going on almost 7 years now. And I don't want to give up on that and say, okay, well, I can't draw because of, X amount of time. So last November, I did a month where I taught myself how to draw left-handed. I just opened up a book like this and said, okay, every day we're going to do a different drawing left-handed. And it was my first time.
Oh,
sorry.
His audio went. Oh,
it's me. I'm sorry. Let me mute myself. I muted the wrong thing. The windows are moving. Sorry. Sorry. I think I'm screwing everything up. Oh my gosh. Maybe I shouldn't do this.
What is happening right now, Michelle?
I went to go mute my window, and Jeremy's window moved down.
There we go.
There we go. It's like, oh, crazy. Because I'm trying to set up my second camera, and I was trying to do it while he was talking, but that didn't help. I think we just muted Jeremy completely.
No, I was just waiting to make sure.
Oh, thank you. Okay, sorry. We're just like playing musical chairs. Maybe this is too many things in the window. What do you think?
I just plugged my webcam back in. I might have to rejoin Lindsay.
Okay. You have the invitation, so just use the same.
If you guys want to just join with just your phone, that might be what is needed. And I know that's kind of because Lindsay and I probably need the broadcast window, but I don't think anyone else really does. If that makes sense. Do you think? Does that sound right, Lindsay? I mean, I just don't know
really
what's happening.
Whichever's most comfortable.
Yeah, so go ahead and switch yourself, Brenda, and
Let me see if this works on my phone. So
okay, so we'll be here. So
I can load my phone up, but I'm using a webcam right now.
Do we got Chris all situated, Lindsay?
Yes.
I can't. Yeah. All right. So I'm sorry, Jeremy. I was so rudely clicking on you and interrupting you. There he is. So I see Chris. I see my skull. There's a reason why there's a skull there. That's what I'm going to draw tonight. Lindsay's all ready. I see Gerald's ready. Desiree. Woo, Desiree. So how are you gonna draw tonight, Desiree?
What's
well, tonight is the non-dominant hand, but see, you're ambidextrous, so it's up to you what you choose to do with which hand or how you want to draw. But then Bobby Bicker, who is also ambidextrous, she said she was going to draw blindfolded or a blind contour, and I like the way Lindsay put it. Say that again. Draw with your spirit.
Draw with your energy.
Yeah,
so you can do it blindfolded if you so choose.
Or just, blind contour drawing is another thing where you're looking at a reference picture, but you're not looking at the page. You're just letting the pencil go and do its thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, just kind of like maybe do a couple of lines and not really think about what it is that you're drawing.
So there's Brenda. Yay, she's reversed. All right. What's happening? Oh my gosh. It's I'm a Jeevster for your love, Jeevnath. Is that how do you say his name? Jeevnath? I like Jeevster better.
Jeeves.
You guys call him Jeeves?
Yeah.
I just think Jeevster for your love, T-Rex, and I'll remember his name. Seriously, I need mnemonic devices. So it's good to see you here. So guys, the easy way to do this is to pick something easy that you know how to draw, or something like a simple line drawing. Now, I literally went ahead of time with my right hand and drew a skull, and I'm going to use that as my reference picture. But literally a skull is a circle, and then it's like, 2 hexagons, a little upside down heart. I mean, it's just a few simple things. So now that I'm a right-handed person and I put it in my left hand, we'll see if I can trace the steps of the 1, 2, 3, how to draw a skull. So you guys, if you want to, with another device or a book or something, get a reference picture. I suggest cartoons. Now, Jeremy, were you a part of the left-handed Daria challenge back in the Periscope days?
I wasn't, but Julie Brown had me draw Daria during the month.
Yes, I did it too, and it was so much fun.
And let me see, is this it?
Oh my lord. I feel like naked and exposed right now. This is just not
ready, set, draw. Now, I did not drink any wine, but it literally starts to feel like you are not in your right mind when you start doing this. So let's see what happens.
I'm drawing to Jane, not Daria.
Oh, that's right. I sent my left-handed Daria. We collected them and sent them to somebody. I can't remember who it was. Somebody named Johnny. We had a collection on Instagram. So, all right.
Graphite sharpener, I'm hearing.
I'm hearing.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sharpening.
That's me.
It's okay.
Wow.
I was just trying to understand what that was.
I am trying to draw a circle, and it's more like a square. This is seriously wonky.
I've got some paints too. I was going to try painting as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's good if you want to paint. Sure.
Being ambitious.
It's allowed. It's just.
We'll see how that goes.
You got to get sketchy first. You got to get down and dirty with the graphite. So.
Am I the only left-handed dominant person?
I think
so I'm doing it right-handed tonight, and I feel so weird. How do you guys do this?
Yeah, it's weird. It's totally weird.
I seriously think that glass of wine is starting to start good.
Maybe I need some wine to help me get into this.
This is me with my right hand. This is me with a circle on a right hand. Look at that. He's got his wine ready. I got coffee, so coffee calms me down. So this is me with my right hand. Circle done. This is me with the left hand.
Circle done.
Oh my gosh.
Brought to you by Upslope.
So at any time, if you guys want to talk about how this feels and what you're thinking, how it's changing the way your brain is working.
Wow.
Woo!
It's
that
flipping
is
it
much more
inside out.
deliberate.
And
I think
I'm being much more deliberate, that's for sure.
same here. I'm definitely slower than I would normally be. Yeah, we should do a time scribble drawing. That was for those of
Gosh.
you who are just joined
No.
us and are real. We've
Not
been
listening.
trying it at different times, and we settled on late at night because that's when
I
all
kind
the
of like
artist
this
owls
time
comes out.
window. This is like my
Mhm.
wheelhouse of creativity window.
Is somebody
I
joining or
really
coming in?
appreciate it.
I don't know.
Ooh, me too. Well, that's I should have done that the first time around. So, okay. So, the first challenge was just getting together and doing this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Chris and I kind of had this idea that we both like the idea of speed drawing. And
That
he's
was
doing
such a fun thing.
yeah, and if you want to, you can show those scribbled art. And then Lindsay, the next time, had this idea. Well, actually, the next time it was me and Des doing the face from scratch, like without a photo reference.
Yeah, I remember
And having
that.
fun with that. It's something I do all the time. And she's got that example. I think she might have it somewhere. But then Lindsay had this idea that we did last week, and that was really fun. A lot of people came in. We got to see Eric's work. We got to see a lot of different. Rob, artist at Bay, was there before that. I think. What am I missing? Something? We did the
Complementary
color-
colors.
complementary
was the
colors.
challenge.
Yeah, I just switched over to my charcoal because I can smudge the uneven line. Haha. Let's see. Oh, smudging with my left hand. This is gonna be fun.
I tried erasing with my right hand and it didn't work out so well. So I was like erasing with my left. I was like, wait, no, I can't do that.
This is a very organic skull.
I'm having to sit on my right hand.
Oh, I have to hold this
Sit on it?
page down in my book where I would be doing the same thing. It's like your job is to hold the paper and that is it.
Oh wow! All I've got so far is the circle part of the skull. That's hilarious. All right.
I cannot draw a straight line.
I don't think I could. It's so funny because you hear people in the comments all the time. I can't draw a straight line to save my life. I can't draw a thick figure to
Try
save my
drawing
life.
left-handed.
Draw with the left hand for
If
your
you want to
life.
draw a straight line, you use a ruler. Otherwise, you're not drawing a straight line.
Yeah, straight lines.
It's
You know
true.
what?
That's a good point.
There's this artist. You guys ever see the documentary Born Losers?
I have not.
Or is it Born Losers? No, Beautiful Losers. Sorry, Born Losers is a different thing. Beautiful Losers. It's about this group of art street kids, pretty much, that kind of they were when they went to New York City towards the end of the 80s, early 90s, along with that whole like era of Keith Haring and all those other people there, just doing their own thing. Graffiti artists, like I said, street artists, people doing, their own indie kind of thing. Well, there's this couple that did kind of their own version of graffiti, and this lady, she took the art of sign painting and created her own original art from that. And she talked about how it's a dying art, and she likes that she drew these really cool characters and people and lettering, and she said no matter how hard she tried to do a fine perfect line, it was always wonky, it was always a little wiggly, and then she just realized there's beauty in the crooked line. Yeah, and because that was the whole thing about sign painting, and it was an art form at one point, and of course you hardly ever do that. You can get that all done by laser cut and machine and all that kind of stuff, but she was kind of trying to keep it as a sort of a folk art form, and I thought that was really cool. There's beauty in the wavering line. Yeah. All right, look at that. I just drew a medicine wheel. I'm done. No, I'm just kidding.
Done. Good night. Thanks for joining us.
I've drawn my circle.
So what you got going there, I almost called you Gerald. Gerald Anthony. Anthony, what you drawing? Look at how far he's gone. He's got a face. Who are you drawing?
I like it.
That reminds me of who's that guy? Johnny, what's his name with the big hair? The cartoon guy.
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, Johnny Bravo. That's what it reminds me of. Is it anybody in particular, a character?
It's kind of one of my characters I kind of drew back in college. I kind of
an original character. How cool is that? What you doing, Desiree? I'm being nosy. Oh, she's lost.
I have no idea.
She's lost in her thoughts. Just draw. Just let it flow.
Just let it flow.
Take a break from the macaw.
Let it flow. Let it flow.
What you drawing, Jeremy?
I am drawing Genie from Aladdin.
Nice.
Ooh. And Lindsay, I can't see it from here because I need a prescription glasses.
Hard to see. It is kind of like,
it's because my eyesight is terrible.
I am attempting to draw a little bit of wild strawberries here with some flowers and whatnot going on.
I almost picked strawberries. Listen to get it? I almost wanted to draw strawberries tonight.
You can kind of see
it must be that time of year. Okay, whoops.
Come down.
There
it is.
This is going to be wild.
That's better.
Speaking of eyesight, Michelle.
Yes, sir.
Today is my first day wearing bifocals, so I'm at another hindrance today too. So.
Wow. Yep, everything starts to go after 40. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
just warning to everybody.
This year, so I held off.
I'm probably the oldest person here. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I'm just trying to prepare you youngins.
It's going
it all falls. Everything starts falling off.
I'm well on my way. On my way, Michelle.
Yes, sir. There we go. Well, this isn't helping. That has got to be. I'm kind of glad this is skull because this looks really creepy.
I almost feel like I need to ink this. Let me.
What you doing there, Brenda?
I need to ink this.
Well, it's supposed to be a wave.
It's a wave,
like a ocean wave.
I see it coming together.
Together. I just splashed paint all over the paper. So.
Well, there you go.
Well, now you have a natural wave.
You can call it abstract expressionism. Chris, look at you. Are you doing perspective drawing? Are you kidding me?
Somewhat. Yeah, somewhat.
Look at him.
More like an axonometric, I guess.
Cool.
I'm just glad that the building. I'm doing one of my models, so I'm glad the building is all rocky and jaggedy to start with.
Oh, well, I don't know what I've got going on here, but he's going to be creepy looking. I just have a feeling the way I'm drawing this skull.
It's like learning how to use chopsticks.
Yeah. My lines are like scribble. They're like figure eights instead of a straight line. It's funny.
I'm thinking about holding my pencil like this instead.
Yeah.
To draw.
Well, I there you go. Well, I typically like to have. I mean, I wish I could. I know there's people who use a knife, but then when I do it, I'm really awkward with the knife, and I tend to cut too much, and I break off the things. But I do sharpen my stuff and try to take off some of the lead so that I can draw on the side of the pencil.
Sharpening a pencil with a knife or a razor is a talent.
Yeah, my brother's really good at it. I'm just not. It's funny, like I'm good at sharpening knives. I'm just not good at using them. You know a lot about knife craft when you're a chef. But I have these things. I should probably use these. This is one of my favorite.
Thank you, soldier.
Things to work with is the woodless. Woodless graphite.
One Love Award.
Ooh, there was an award. Thank you.
Soldier.
I think I'm going to switch over to this. I just remembered that. Like this is a monolith. It's a woodless. This is my graphite stuff. It's kind of like a charcoal set, only it's graphite.
Jeez,
I don't even need all that. I could just. It's intentionally wonky. That's what I'm trying to do. It is part of my process. Oh, look at that. That works. Oh, look at that. See, you're going to have the right tool for the job.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. That's from
It's true.
Jingle All the Way, one of my favorite Christmas movies. I got just the right tool for the job. All right. Oh, he looks like a sad little skull. Aww.
Maybe it's because he's missing muscles and skin and blood and stuff.
I miss my muscles and skin.
I miss my body.
That sounded creepy.
We could do voices.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
We need Joe for that.
I know.
I don't know.
Like, no one can do it like Joe.
Well, I was hearing a Kermit the Frog from Jeepster.
Oh. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog.
I wanted to join him, but I was too busy laughing. Because I like Kermit. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. I'm just a humble little toad. Okay, so the upside down heart. That's the nose. Oh my goodness. The other side, like the lines closest to me are the easiest. The ones furthest away, forget about it.
Is that due to your hands or your eyes?
My brain.
Ah.
Michelle, is that Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas?
It's just a skull, but he's starting to turn a little bit like Jack Skellington. So yes, that's yes. I meant to do that.
Or, who's that character? Deadpool? Is it like a?
Oh, I love Deadpool.
Oh, Deadpool is so fun. So there we go. So
I feel like Deadpool is like my spirit animal.
Yeah,
I think my spirit animal.
I think he's a lot of people's spirit animal.
Deadpool.
But then again, he's kind of, I don't know.
This
really
is my
into
pool.
Really. So this is I did it quickly with my right hand. It's not going to look anything like it. So there's my comparison, like I said. Well, thank you for the one love and for the high award. I'm just a Jeepster for your love. Now I got the song in my head, earworm. Okay. All right. What's next? What's next is you do the plane of the face with a little concave thing like this. Ooh, that's really crooked. That looks like I meant to do it. It's a very organic skull, yes.
Michelle, don't give away your secrets. Say, I meant to do it this way from the beginning after you're done.
It actually looks really cool because it's kind of, you know, like skull lines are actually kind of crookedy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a word, crookedy.
I approve.
How can I talk and draw at the same time? This is ridiculous.
You're good at it, Michelle.
Apparently. After like 6 years of live streaming, I hope I can talk to people.
I don't know. People that still can't.
This is really hard.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
It makes you want to come back for more next week, right?
That's why, like, last night I was like, I was just turn on the music and don't say anything, and that felt pretty good.
This is going to make next week seem real easy, no matter what it is.
That reminds me, guys, while you're here, anytime I post the upcoming broadcast, be like Lindsay and tag other people you think might be interested in the challenge. And the other idea I wanted to throw out there was, let's say you can't do it Saturday night. You actually have a life, you know, made plans and went and did something, but you missed it or whatever, or it's just too late. You can still do the challenge. Bobby Bicker is creating... she has created an Instagram page, and I'm going to take our drawings that you guys want to submit to the Instagram page. There's like an email for it and everything. Just go in there, follow that page, submit your stuff, and say, you know, hashtag art challenge, hashtag art show, whatever haps, and yeah, we'll post it. Like, I want to post your rose, Lindsay.
Yes, ma'am.
I think so. And actually, we really want to redo that one. But if you guys want to do any of the former challenges, you're welcome to do that on your own broadcasts if you want to. Just hashtag it so we all know, and we'll all come and join you and watch you do one of the art challenges. But the idea of the art challenge is just lists of ideas to get you drawing. And we're I'd like to have that list expand. If you have ideas you want to put on it, things that we can do for a challenge. Like Lindsay is the one that came up with complementary colors. Chris is the one who thought, you know, like, let's do 5-minute or, you know, quick scribble sketches. I had one in mind and I've forgotten what it is because I can't do too much thinking right now.
Hard.
Talk about it after you're done drawing.
Yeah, but you guys are welcome to also, like, not just tag other artists that you think might be interested in joining us on Saturday night, but also ideas for future challenges, and we'll keep a running tab And from time to time, I might post them separately on my page here. So where am I? What are we doing?
You're on Haps. You're with friends, and you're safe.
You are in Cleveland, Ohio.
No eyeballs. Oh my god! I watched the replay because I couldn't see him, and I saw the eyeball, and I just died when he did the eyeball thing.
Oh, you're talking about Joe and his silliness.
Yes.
Brenda, I like those waves. Those are cool.
Very I don't
stylized. Say they're stylized. They're
Yes.
stylized.
You meant to do it that way.
Oh god, you guys are progressing so much. Look at those little berries. Oh, look! No, she looks like she's drawing normally to those of us who are right-handed, but she's probably screaming on the inside.
Yes, ma'am. That is true. I think taking the eraser away from me was a help. I was like, put the pencil down.
You know, that's a good rule of thumb for drawing. I actually had a teacher who said the only way you're going to use your eraser, at least in the initial part of rendering, is as a tool to draw with. You're not going to erase anything on the page. And we're like, what? You know, he's like, no, just leave it there. Just draw over it.
To add like highlights or something.
Well, yeah, he just was trying to teach us to render fast, to just draw over what was already there. And he said, you'll see it develop and actually add to your drawing so that you get out of the idea that you're editing.
To accept when you're starting out.
But he was trying to teach us to edit later, not at the beginning, so that you could just have that momentum. And I really appreciated that. Yeah, let it flow.
Let it flow.
Good Lord. I need to listen to Jimi Hendrix or something now.
Nope. Good.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy. Okay. All right. There's his weird looking jaw.
So
he's gonna be a happy skull. Your hand is getting sore already.
Yeah, the muscles in my hand are
already.
I know, it's weird.
Was anybody else experiencing anxiety before we started? Because I totally was.
Yes, I am now.
She's like, I am now. Somebody help me.
And that's where we have a wine break. I think we might take a break for wine. Jeremy's got the right idea. He's already prepared. He's like, I got my wine. I'm chilling and illing.
Well, technically it's whiskey, but.
That's the better wine. I like whiskey. Actually, I'm kind of into whiskey. Oh, yeah, what am I doing over here? Okay, I had anxiety, but not like a lot. But I just thought, because I like to prepare. And so I figured before I go live, I have to at least draw it once with my right hand, just so I can tell myself, yes, I do know how to draw. Yeah, I can do this honest. See, there's proof.
This kind of makes you wonder: am I really a decent drawer? You know,
it really does mess with your mind. Well, it does. Well,
question your existence.
To be honest with you, this is one thing I wanted to share with all of you. With the left-handed thing, honestly, if you're struggling with using your non-dominant hand, that shows you how much skill you have with your dominant hand.
Oh my God, then I must really suck because. Man.
No,
I
seriously,
thought I'd be doing worse here, and I'm doing all right.
Oh, and I am, and this is the other thing to ease that anxiety further. If you get to a stopping point or even a frustration point, go ahead and draw with your dominant hand, maybe the same thing, and just see the difference. Like I drew my before, and I'm going to draw one after with my right hand.
Oh, that's
and you will actually see improvement. No lie. You know that trick that we do with portraits all the time or other drawings where we turn it upside down to
upside down, yeah.
Right. It's the right brain, left brain thing to double check our work. It's the same thing.
Especially when it's symmetrical. It really restores symmetry.
You're literally playing a trick with your mind. Your mind has a lot to do with your hand-eye coordination. It's all, you've been training your eye to think a certain way. Well, of course, you're thinking with your right hand or your left hand, whatever is dominant. You're thinking with your dominant hand. So now you're like waking up the lazy hand going, hey, buddy, go to work. And he's like, what?
This isn't what I do. I didn't sign up for this.
That was the other hand's job. So you're basically stimulating other neurons trying to get the ones that are already trained to come over to the other side of your brain. This is what dyslexics do. They literally create new neural pathways, and they work twice as hard to do the same thing we do in terms of recognizing symbols and lettering and all that kind of stuff. So, hey, Willie, I see you. I tried wine once. Oops, once. Maybe he was trying to tell me he wasn't drinking wine while he typed that. So, good to see you, Willie. All right, I forgot what I'm doing next. What am I doing next?
Did you guys know if a person stutters, they can sing quite normally?
Did you say something about stuttering, and then you cut out?
Did you guys know that if you stutter, you sing quite normally?
Right.
Yes, I actually did stutter. Really I stuttered. I stuttered when I was nonverbal for almost the first 8 years of my life.
Oh no!
And then I stuttered till I was like 14, and I was in choirs. My parents got me involved in singing and stuff when I was like 9. And you are correct, the Jim Neighbors, whatever his name is. Who's that guy? Not Jim Neighbors.
Mel Tillis.
No, not Mel Tillis. Well, he's probably one of them. No, oh, golly, Gomer Pyle, that guy.
Oh yeah.
Jim Neighbors.
He was a stutterer. Jim Neighbors. I was
Jim
right.
Neighbors.
I was right. Yeah. Jim Neighbors. Okay. Wow, I actually got a name right. Yeah, they were saying that he had that same issue, and when he actually has singing albums.
And he's in the Muppet Show.
Yeah, he can actually sing, and I guess his parents did the same thing. They're just like, well, you sing just fine. So that's how he got into show business, was singing. Because, let's see here, he had that stuttering thing, and that's how they helped him overcome, stage fright.
Hey,
and all
Joe
that
is in here.
Did you sneak in? Who is here? Hello, Jay Forsythe. Jay Forsythe. Hi.
Jay's here.
Bobber is here. Tell Bobber. Really? I have to ask him to change the name since he's on Haps, and my boyfriend's name is Bob. So there we go. Because if I say Bobber, he might be like, "What? You talking to me?"
Just don't punch Bob, Michelle.
Just don't punch Bob. No punching. What's that? Is it Run DMC? He always plays that song by Run DMC.
Yeah.
Walk This Way, and then next thing you know, he's putting Bobber in his place. Oh, look at that! It's starting to look like a skull. So why are all these artists drawing so intently tonight? Does anybody know who just came in? No, they probably don't. Hello, everybody. Welcome who just joined in. Joseph Burke, you have an open standing invitation anytime. I just wanted you to know. You don't have to join us tonight. No pressure. But we are doing Saturday. I don't know about the Saturday sketch party. Sketchy fun with my sketchy friends, as Lindsay puts it. And we are doing #art challenge. And the #art challenge this week is drawing with your non-dominant hand. And we decided that sphincters were not allowed.
Not a hand. Mom,
no hands. I thought you could draw like maybe with a pencil in your mouth if you had it set up like where you had it on an easel in front of your face, because there are people who, on the serious note, they don't have working hands or whatever. And I've seen people drawing with their feet and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it can happen.
Yeah.
I made sure to wear shoes this time so I couldn't use my feet.
That's right. You were the one that was going to draw with their feet. And by the way, let's see what's going on. I'm going to click on everybody one at a time. So you might be big here for a second. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's start with, I'm just going to pick on Desiree just because she's first. She's at the top. So what you got, Desiree? What you doing? Oh, look at that. He's like, hello.
Oh, he's fabulous.
I love his hand.
Yeah. What is reptilian? I guess. I don't know.
I was gonna say it's kind of like a reptilian version of a werewolf.
Loving his ears.
You have such cool conceptual drawings and paintings. It blows my mind. So wow, he almost looks like he is saying hi. 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 C.S. Murphy would love that, I'm sure. Let's see here. Brenda.
I love her waves. I haven't looked up for a minute. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
We're getting there.
See, now you chose a non-sketchy medium, but you're kind of sketching with it. It's watercolor, which is very unpredictable. And a lot of people are actually intimidated by it because it's hard to control. And look at you. Those remind me of like Japanese prints.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
it did remind me of something that was.
Oh, I see your reference drawing. I'm going to pick up your phone and kind of show it a little bit closer to the camera. Look at her reference.
I do see that. That's so
oh, my reference here.
Yeah, look at that. How cool is that? So those are simple things. And you know what? You're doing 2 challenges in one, in a sense. Last week was complementary colors. So if you color it with complementary colors, you've got 2 challenges with 1 stone. Good job. Awesome. What do we got, Jeremy? What do we got? You're next. Tag you're it.
I love it.
Look at that. Dude. Now, you can show, if you want to, do a flip through for everyone of some of your other drawings when you started teaching yourself how to draw with your left hand. I know you showed us.
Book real quick.
But so I'm going to go on to the next person. Go ahead and get that, and I'll come back to you.
Okay.
All right. Chris, Chris is drawing his own little world over here. Check this out. Oh, he said he might join later. Awesome.
Oh, that's amazing. Look at you
go. Look at this. It's very organic. That's your haunted house for my skull. That's where my skull
is. Awesome, dude.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Rad.
It's really hard drawing left-handed, especially in this kind of axonometric
now your
perspective.
Precision line drawings are kind of what you do, but how do you feel about this more, like, I guess, organic take on it because you're using your non-dominant hand?
Oh,
what do you feel about this?
I don't normally do precision drawing. I used to do a lot of drafting, but
I was going to say
architectural drawing. Just like I usually use ink, actually. And do kind of outlines of buildings and other sketches. I think actually you could see got some in here.
Jay Forsyth saying, when it comes to drawing, both of my hands are non-dominant. Very cool. Well,
fair enough.
Thank you for the support. Thanks for saying how phenomenal this is. We're all a little nervous. Look at that. See, now this is what he's capable of doing, is what I'm trying to say. This is what he can do.
Yeah, this is more of the right-handed.
Oops, I'm sorry. I just clicked off of you. Did I click off of you? Yeah, I did. So Jeremy, I don't know where he went to with his book.
I'm around here. I'm just waiting for everyone to be done.
Oh, okay. I just want to know if you get your book ready. I'm going to go back to this.
Handy.
So this is the man who inspired the left-handed or non-dominant hand drawing. He's had difficulties with his right hand, and he's wondering if the health of my hand goes, I want to keep drawing. And so he's been teaching himself how to draw with his non-dominant hand. And I know that was really inspiring for us to see this. So there we go. Look at this Snoopy. I love it. That's so cute.
So you get this in a good angle. There we go.
Now,
so yeah, each day I just did a little 4 block. So because I wasn't planning on drawing very big because I wasn't sure how I was going to hold out. But you can see in the very first days, like, I mean, look at this Porky Pig doing the roundness. Do you see the thickness of the line, how it changes?
Yeah.
And then, I couldn't get, and then you can see it a little bit over here on Homer where you can just.
I was just going to say over there about that. So it's the one side of the face that's closest to you. That's interesting. For me, it's the one on the farther side.
You know, I kind of cleaned it up a little bit with Snoopy here.
See, that one looks pretty good.
Yeah, that one, I was trying to do more roundness to it. So
Batman, he's pretty good. You've drawn a lot of Batman, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So there you go. So you draw a lot of sketch cards. He draws a lot of fan art, guys. And are you having a sale right now?
Yeah, pretty much any of my sketch cards that are this size.
Yep. So they can hit you up on Instagram and take a look at what you got and DM them.
Like
Dr. Strange. Dr. Strange.
This Dr. Strange was done on a official Black Panther movie. So this one's on for someone from last week.
Marvel. I forget what those called. I always forget the name of that. The Marvel cards.
The Upper Deck.
The Upper Deck. Yes. So he does Upper Deck. Marvel Upper Deck cards. Are you done with those now? Or are you just
well, I haven't done a set since last year. I did the 2 years ago, 2019 set. But yeah, so any of the ones that are this size right here are $5. And then I've got like bookmarks in 4x8 or 4x6s that are
and you do collections too. I get really into this. So look at that. So you guys,
these are about $8.
Oh, those are nice. Those are nice size. I like those. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I forgot that when I asked you earlier. Like I forgot to mention that you're having a sale or something.
Right.
But he's easy to hit up. He draws every night, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How often do you broadcast that? Like how many days a week on Haps now?
Every day.
So you are broadcasting every day.
Yeah, ever since Periscope ended, I came over here and I've been doing every day.
We have a comment here from Jay. It says, "When I was 5 years old, I drew Linda Carter Wonder Woman, and my grandmother was mortified."
No.
Did you make the wings flap, Jay? Did you make the wings fly? All right. Anyway, so that was sexist, Michelle.
Wow.
Girl, I can say that. No, guys, I have a drawful. It's a Jackbox game we can all do on as a tech night. Ooh, he's got a gaming thing he wants to suggest. Well, set it up, Willie. You can DM me in Twitter and tell me what you have in mind. That sounds like fun. Look, I didn't show Lindsay. Where are you on here?
I'm hiding.
I know. I mean, like on the little slidey window.
Follow the sound of my voice.
Where are you? There you are. I missed you. There's Gerald. You guys, you know what? When you click on things, they move around on the side.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Over in the broadcast window, when I click on people's stuff that we ordered, look at how nice it is. It's like, make them nice and
left-handed. That's terrific.
That's right-handed for her. She's a lefty.
I'm a southpaw, so this is right-handed.
The flowers turned out great. Good Lord. Look at that line. And you know, you guys were using watercolor and ink. I'm just floored. Like for me, forget it. I'm using a stubby, side of my graphite just to hide how wonky the lines are. But I do that anyway. That's just my old age. So let's take a look here at Gerald/Anthony. I'm never going to remember your name, bro. Oh, look at this. Look at this. So you can see.
Cool.
I like
love
you have
personality on that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I like the strong line and yeah.
Let me raise it up.
How are you feeling about this challenge? Is it? Jay says that the Marvel cards are amazing. By the way, that's cool. You hit them up, Jay. Yeah.
Yeah, and even if I don't have something drawing, I will do one up.
Nice. Very cool. Well, thanks guys for letting me go big or go home here and show all your stuff. Yeah, and I was hoping this wouldn't produce too much anxiety, and apparently Bobby, she did not hear her alarm.
Well, that's okay. It is like 3 a.m., almost 4.
And I feel bad because she's going to
now.
feel bad because she was really excited about this. But you guys, if you're not in Bobby Bicker's Instagram art chat, you need to be because she's really doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she is.
Getting people kind of like seen and organized and, really supporting all the artist haps. And she said, use the hashtags artist show. And then I came up with a one art challenge. So if you're on Twitter or any other place, you can find other haps artists because we don't technically, they have that hashtag haps thing, but that's one way because haps itself doesn't have a lot of ways to search right now. But you can, if you go into the search bar and you type in one of the hashtags, you'll see the most recent post if you scroll down far enough past the names. So that's how we're finding each other here and being able to support. And I'm so glad that, like I said, thank you, Lindsay, for helping me with that tagging.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to meet all these new people on here.
Nice to meet all you guys.
Yeah.
And girls.
Now, does anybody broadcast like Jeremy, like I said, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, he's there. Anybody else have like a kind of like a schedule?
Like a regular stream time?
Yeah.
Really.
Or attempting to, or day?
I do it every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Nice.
What time again, Central Standard Time? Sorry, I'm going to repeat it in my head.
7 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay, so that'd be 8 o'clock my time. All right, gotcha. Nice.
Very good.
Now, do you do a lot of digital drawing and stuff like? Do you use, Wacom or anything like that, or Procreate, or?
I have to use Procreate, but I'm mainly more traditional. I am trying to use digital more.
Nice. I can see that in your line of work. It'd be saving you some time, So, how long have you been doing the drawing thing? Yeah, how many years, or when did you get into it? What's your origin story, as I always say?
I love that.
What's your origin story?
As my buddy Wayne would say, he always drew as a kid, but he's just one of those kids that just never stopped drawing. So pretty much from the time I was kind of 13, I just pretty much went to art schools, and then
nice.
I went, and then it's kind of did the self-publishing route with doing comics and doing
nice. You have your own comic series then?
Not necessarily a series. I've kind of drawn a couple of books here and there.
Nice. That's really hard to do, to be honest. That's a lot of work. So my hat's off to you. I know people who do that, and they do it very well. So that's cool. To jump in and do your own character. I know a guy in Michigan. He did it because he was looking around for stuff for his kid to enjoy, and he realized they didn't have a lot of characters that looked like him. And so he said, you know what, I'm going to change that. And my brother did kind of the same thing. He's like, there's not a lot of Native American imagery in anything that I'm into, or, with the actual culture behind all of those characters. Like, there's a few characters you can find. But yeah, he started doing his own thing too for that reason. So it's pretty cool to hear about people doing that. There's a guy that's on this platform, but I haven't seen him on here much. That used to be on Periscope like all the time. Bad Apple. Do you guys, anybody know Bad Apple?
I've not seen.
Yeah, I really need to draw more.
Yeah, I tagged him in hopes that he might go, hey, what is this? Oh, and my internet connection is unstable. Oh, stop it. Don't freak me out like that.
Oh, is he the same one as Bad Grapes?
Bad who?
There's one called Bad Grapes, too.
Oh, it's not Bad Grapes. That's a different guy. I think I remember Bad Grapes, actually. He does really quick renders, and he's from, like, New York, I think. But no, Bad Apple, he's from East LA, and he's really funny. He likes 80s music, and he's fun to chat with. He's a really good independent comic artist, does the cons and stuff. And he has his own series called Repo Man. I think it's Repo Man.
Oh, okay.
Am I right about that, Jeremy?
I think it's Repo, Thief for Hire.
That's it. Yes. Yes. Repo Man. That's a movie from the 80s. Yeah. So I'm hoping he comes on. And then, of course, you guys got to meet Rob, Artist at Bay.
Rob is hilarious.
He's great. I think he's on other platforms as well, so I'm hoping he will find more time. But yeah, he took the time to come and join us that one day, and
yeah, that was fun.
So I hope he comes back. But he's really entertaining, really great broadcaster. Okay, this is one happy little skull.
He's very, very happy.
I've been afraid to draw the teeth, so this is gonna be fun.
I'm afraid to draw teeth any normal time. Let alone left-handed.
Exactly. Especially exposed, exposed gingivitis, whatever he's got going on there.
Gingivitis.
Well, by that time they're pretty well rotten. Oh my gosh, I think they're like upside down.
So if I've got brown hair, what is it called?
What?
Brunette?
If it's gingivitis, because I have red hair, right?
Oh, gingivitis. Oh my god.
Sorry, dad jokes here. Nothing but dad jokes. I'm too old now.
Gingivitis. I think there's shampoo for that. How y'all doing? Look at all these colors and inking. I'm just like, look at my teeth. They look like those candy corns. I don't know.
Are you doing a Day of the Dead skull now?
I think so. I don't know what kind of skull he is.
He looks like a cartoon skull, like from one of those Disney, old school Disney cartoons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Brett. Got Talent Award.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brett.
We're actually doing the opposite of talent tonight.
We're pushing the limits of our talent.
So if you just joined us, we are doing non-dominant hand #art challenge. We are challenging ourselves to draw with the hand we're not comfortable drawing with.
And it's
and so even color with that same hand.
Ooh, coloring, inking. Look at this. Yeah, see the key. I think Lindsay figured it out. The key is to just be really smudgy.
Right.
Wait, what? I'm not being smudgy.
It looks like you're drawing like with the side of the pencil, like I was.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just blocking in color at the moment. It's not really.
Look at that. Oh, your stuff is so good. Yeah, I literally want to redo my do another drawing because I saw all these complementary colors that were being used for portrait sketches that looked really cool. Like, 2 different colors of ink and overlapping, but not quite like in sync, but like a little bit off. And how cool that looked. I'm like, oh, I want to do this again. So if you guys want to do a complementary color piece of art, or if you have something that kind of qualifies, let us know. And I'm trying to remember. I should probably promote it on my post here, but there is is it called Haps Artist? What is the Instagram page that Bobby just created? Haps Art. Thank you.
I think that's what it is.
Haps Art. And it's a brand new page on Instagram. And so anything that any artist does on Haps, pretty much, I think, can qualify. But Bobby gave me the email stuff. So if you email, I might be also just, asking you guys like, hey, can I post this? Or post stuff on your Instagram and we'll repost it there. So that it's another way for us to get to know each other and see each other's work and follow each other on other social media. So there you go. And there you go, Chris. It's another reason to get our Instagram pages active again.
That's right. Yeah.
He and I are both kind of procrastinating on that, but I haven't really posted much since in the last few years on Instagram. Oh my word! How many teeth are in your mouth? I have to count my teeth now.
12 on top and
72.
Thank you. Well, he's hiding.
I have no idea.
72.
I believe it's 12 on top and 12 on bottom, if I'm remembering.
You said that with such confidence. I believed you.
I did too.
That's how you count people. You just throw things out with confidence.
72.
That's right.
I've been telling people I draw for years, and they keep believing me.
That's funny.
They're like, "Are you an artist?" I certainly am.
There are times when I wince when I say, "Yeah, I've been drawing since I was 4," and I'm thinking, like, the back of my head, there's this little voice going, like, "Yeah, it really looks like it, haha." Like, shut up! I can draw.
I'm channeling my inner 4-year-old right now.
You know what? I actually took I took a weird route to drawing. Honestly, I went straight into. Well, I mean, I started out doing drawing, but then I really discovered clay because of my grandmother and my great aunt making pottery and stuff, and went to sculpture and really got into that. So in junior high and high school, drawing was kind of secondary for these ideas that I wanted to like make sculptures. And that's what I did in college as well. So I never really thought of drawing as like the end result. But I did teach drawing, and I did a lot of drawing classes, and I liked drawing and all that. Watercolor is one of those things, so I'm just now getting into watercolor and gouache. So my hat's off to people who do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I haven't done watercolor much.
And I grew up doing painting with my mom, who teaches oil painting. So acrylics and oils. You have to have a special place to do oils. And I just right now, even though I have the equipment for it, so to speak, I don't have the ventilation or the place to do it. So
I don't have the patience in my heart for oils.
Everyone here is so amazing. Thank you, Jay. The way Jackbox games were. Oh, Willie's teaching us something here. The way Jackbox games work, one person owns any Jackbox party games example, draw full, while others go to the website, blah, blah, blah. I think there's people who used to do that on Periscope. So maybe DM me about when you're going to do it, and we'll see if people are interested in the gaming part of it. Okay, I feel like I just want to smudge the crap out of this guy. I don't know why I gave him eyebrows. It was supposed to be.
Hilarious.
It was supposed to be the indentation over here, and I went a little too high.
Those skeletons, like you said, from like the 1930s, one of those like
the spooky happy skeletons.
Yeah, like they're gonna do the little jazz, wearing gloves and shoes, and they're dancing, a little bow tie.
And I'm sure they probably had eyebrows. So
yeah. So there we go.
Just roll with that.
There's like an oculus kind of bone here, like a ridge. So I'm just gonna smudge it in.
Is that the bone that CS has? The Oculus bone?
He has the Oculus bone. Yes. That almost sounded dirty.
I didn't mean it that way.
The Oculus.
He'd be like Colin and joke about his bone in his leg.
What? Colin Porter. That guy.
Oh
my gosh.
Colin.
All right, so there's the ridge of the nose. I don't know if I'm doing this very well.
I feel like a retard shader. I'm drawing on the paper.
I can do this with my left hand.
This really wears out your brain, doesn't it?
I think it's definitely, it's funny. Like, I can actually talk better with my left hand drawing than if I can with my right.
I'm literally coloring outside the lines. I need to quit.
All right.
Stop it right now.
Class, today we're going to learn to color inside the lines.
Oh, that's it. You just triggered my memory. Bing. Oh, look at she's coloring her little amphibious wolf dude. He kind of looks like a wolfman shape, but he's amphibious.
Was he green, Desiree?
Yeah. Coloring outside of the lines. It's an actual art challenge-y kind of thing that I was thinking of. See if you guys, I was going to run it by you guys to see if you guys think it would be viable. Now, this is where you can use any coloring medium or as many coloring mediums as you want to. But pastels, any kind of pastels work really well with this one. And then you're going to need, I think, Sharpies or ink or some kind of strong ink. So what you do is you color the page as abstractly as you want. It doesn't have to have a pattern. It doesn't. It could be very random, but the idea is to have a very colorful background. And then once you have the colorful background, whatever media you use, if you use blotches or things like that, you let those shapes. I think Bobby did something kind of like this. This would be like a Brenda's alley with the alcohol inks, where then those blotches start to speak to you into shapes. And I know this works really well with round things like flowers and stuff, but then you draw over what's already colored. You create line art on top of the colored base. And then
I've seen her do that.
Yeah. And I think Sharpies work really well for that for me. I mean, just, you know, it's kind of like when you do spray paint, like I've done a lot of murals and stuff, and you do all this like splashy blends and different colors, and then you go back in with line art over on top of it. So it's called coloring outside of the lines. In other words, you're in reverse. Instead of making the lines and then coloring it in, you make the color first, and then you add the line art on top of it. Does that sound like a challenge?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun because I started doing it as a way because I was looking at the different kinds of styles that I do. I have like this abstract painterly style and expressionist kind of drawing style, and then I have like this really fine, detailed design illustrative thing, and even like a lot of realism. And I was trying to blend those two things together. Like I was like trying to push them together. And that was one way that actually it was an exercise I did for myself, and it literally like opened my eyes to being able to blend the two things I love doing in one art piece. Does that make sense? I can show you examples later, or maybe I'll post it later, some of the stuff that I did when I originally did this for myself. It was a challenge I gave to myself, but I just figured.
Let me show you some of the ink art here.
Yes, please do. I was just going to say, Brenda's going to do some show and tell.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Make her big. Oh, look at how pretty that is, even from afar. And then up close, look at that. That turned out really nice. I was there when you started that piece. Look at that beautiful bottom part. See, now, like, you could see that and go, okay, now I'm going to draw a bouquet or whatever, you know.
Or I think first turned out to be the ocean floor.
A lot of watercolor artists do the same thing. They'll do their background first, and then they'll paint over it. And it helps them to not use so much paint. Oh, look at that one. That is a really cool background.
Cool. And I just saw a monster right here with his eyes.
And you don't even have to use the background to create a piece on top of it. But yeah, you do see things in it. A lot of our brains want to see things in abstract art. Maybe you just leave the background abstract and you just draw a portrait on top of it, or whatever it is, an iconic, figure. You just keep that as your background, So yeah, it's just a starting point to do something in reverse. So it reverses your thinking. It reverses the way you plan your work, maybe.
Right.
I don't know. So that was something. I don't think I can do anything more on this skull besides, ruin it. I kind of want to do it with my other hand. But how are you guys all doing?
I'm doing great, actually. I'm kind of I'm surprising myself, actually.
Yeah,
thought this would turn out a whole lot worse.
Wow, I think I am going to use the eraser just to get rid of some of these lines.
I'm gonna have to call it a night.
Let me see. All right. Well, are we keeping you up past your bedtime? Let's take a look at what you got. Woohoo!
Oh,
love it.
Nice. That's wonderful.
This reminds me of your scribble drawing stuff where you were doing those faces in a way. I love it.
Yeah. That is awesome, dude.
It's very organic, and I can see that you have strong lines in your character. So I would love. Do you have examples of your other artwork that we could see? Since this is your first time in here, and I got you on the big screen, you have anything handy that we can look at that shows your art?
Show and tell if you want.
And tell. Hashtag artist show feet. No, I mean hashtag artist show. Artist show.
That's awesome. I love that.
I do miss that about Periscope. Open Bob's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Anthony. There you go. There he goes. He went and got it.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Oh, I love
That's incredible.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, look at this. The shine actually kind of adds to it. Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
Look at her skirt. We can see the bigger picture of it. Is there a way I can? No, I probably can't do anything. Let's see here. Let's make you this on this for a second. No, I guess I can't do that. Sorry, I was going to try. Oh, there we go. That's the best as I could do to see all of it. But look at that. Is this one of your characters?
Yeah. Yes, it is. I used, for a while, I did had a series of jazz singers I would paint.
Oh, nice.
I love
Cool.
I love the halo around her, like in the sense of the light, and she just looks like she's floating, and the lights behind her. That's really amazing work. Great stuff. Do you like doing coloring? Because you definitely look like a colorist to me. Or is that just something you like, the line art and then the coloring just has to come with it? Because I know some people struggle with one or the other, actually, or they just like both. I don't know, but Coloring can sometimes be intimidating, but you definitely have quite the colorist eye. Thank you for showing that.
I think probably in the last 2 decades, I started using watercolor, and that kind of really opened me up to to using color more, because before that, it's just either pencil and ink.
Yeah, and that takes a while, but watercolor can be kind of freeing. That's awesome. And speaking of colorists, check this out. They're good enough to eat. You have this like nice little like shading that you do, and I love how you do.
Really nice.
You love colored pencils. I can tell.
Oh my gosh, yes, they are my favorite.
It's like a creamy little toy there. I can see that. What brand do you use? I know you're probably.
Tonight I'm using my Prismacolors, but I also have some polychromos as well that I've just recently got. So I just kind of switch between them now.
Right, because I mean, some like you and Desiree both. I mean, you guys know what you're doing there in terms of like blends and all that. That's amazing.
Yeah,
it looks like a painting. It really does. I mean, my pencil art, my color pencil art. Oop, did we lose somebody? Did somebody drop out?
Well, Anthony said that he was going to leave. So
yes. Well, that was really nice. Well, thank you for being here. If you're still here, I'm so glad he joined us and we got to meet him.
I hope he comes back.
Yeah,
he comes back and joins us again. That was
and
a
you
lot
guys,
of fun to have
follow him. Follow all the people. Go up to you have probably go up to the top and scroll back to the top of all the names Lindsay and I tagged. But if there's people on there that you don't recognize, go ahead and check out their profiles and follow them. They're all artists here on Haps that we could fit into our little thing here. And let's go look again. Oh my gosh, look at this with the sun.
Oh, yay. I love that. Oh, see, that's almost like that's a little bit complimentary going on there too. That's kind of like she's doing catch up on the challenges.
She is. And then she's gonna scribble on top of it. So she's gonna do all of the challenges in one drawing.
Absolutely.
I love it.
All in one.
That is so nice.
Very cool. I'm just so impressed that you did watercolor. It was funny because Bobby was like, I'm gonna come and paint. And I'm like, Bobby, it's a sketch group. Oh.
I broke the rule. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
There's no rules here.
I was just teasing her because she always paints, and it's not her broadcast. And
she can crank them out though.
Oh my God, I know.
That girl can crank them out. I have never seen anybody walk out a painting as pretty as she does in such a short amount of time.
Bobby is the color red. She has so much energy and she does so much stuff for other people and on her channel. And I just thought, well, if you're going to come over to my channel, I want you to relax and just sketch and have fun, And she's like, I'll be there with my blindfold. Poor thing. I feel bad that she didn't show up. She's gonna be upset. I know she is. So yeah, thanks for sharing that. Okay, I gotta see the genie here. Genie in the bottle.
I love the genie.
Look at this.
He's so great.
He's almost great.
You have his little lamp down there too. That's great.
Yep.
No, let me see how you're doing that because I see a little trick right now with your hand. You're using your thumb.
Yeah. I get a little more control this way. I rest it on this finger here.
It's like chopsticks.
Yeah, and then I push on basically, and this finger I'm not even really using. I mean, I'm kind of resting it on my thumb just for push and control.
The Jeremy chopstick method. That's seriously what I'm like. Oh, there's his little trick. So that's how you do it. Okay.
I'm using more of my arm.
I sketch it like this. But then when I go back through to refine the line, especially like when I was inking, I did the same thing.
I like how you're coloring over and making the lines more defined because it's working out for you. Well, so you said something about you're using more of your arm.
I'm using more of. I've noticed that in order to keep my pencil steady because my hand muscles are like almost quivering when you do the more detail work. I noticed that I'm trying to hold my hand steady and use my shoulder and like bicep and like almost it's like a full upper torso to like move the pencil back and forth and not the fingers, you know?
Hashtag art workout.
Yeah. It's a full body workout. So
you know what? All that scribbly stuff there is adding to the texture of that roof. I mean, that is in the tree.
That's cool.
That is amazing. Like I wouldn't have thought you did that with your non-dominant hand. I would have thought you meant intentionally as a style, you know, to give it texture. You have a lot of texture in that piece.
Really cool.
Sweet.
Isn't that cool? All right, well, here we go.
Some contrast going.
My smiley skull. I know if I draw it with the other hand, it's gonna be like not as comical or cartoony. It'll be more realistic. But I kind of like this. He looks like a happy skull. So yeah, I tried to. Yeah, because I'm happy.
Is that your brain telling you need to draw happier things?
I think so. I think it is. Well, you know, it's funny with the skull. He's always smiling whether he wants to or not. So
this is true.
Yeah, but it did start out looking kind of creepy the way I was doing some wonky, you know, scribbly looking lines. But yeah, when I switched over to my graphite, my non-wooden graphite, which this whole side here is like lead. It just I preferred that because it, you know, it's more like the way I would normally draw.
Yeah.
I just love it. So I found my comfort zone in my anxiety. So there we go. Happy skull. Happy little skulls. So guys, shall we keep going?
I'm gonna go until I'm done. So
yes, ma'am. All right, let's just keep going. If anyone wants to play some music, you are more than welcome to. But then again, if somebody has Facebook on, it will kick them out of that destination.
I do
just
have
saying.
Facebook on.
So I don't know. I just don't have the setup for my music, but I'm used to drawing to music. Oh, I know.
On mine.
They do have, you know,
royalty-free
stuff.
All right,
like
cool.
on Spotify and YouTube and whatnot.
Yeah, I used my device that I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to turn her on. And I specifically said at the start of my broadcast that I wanted to play, you know, I told it to play copyright-free music.
Yeah.
I was playing all kinds of stuff, and it wasn't, you know, it was at least noise in the background. And then I went over to check, see how the views were on Facebook, and they're like, oh, this is copyrighted music. We're blocking your video. And I'm like, all right, that was my last day I broadcasted on Facebook. Because I was like, if I can't even play copyrighted free music, and you guys aren't going to block me, then you don't need to see my videos.
Okay, so this is my real process with my right hand. There's the circle.
Maybe Alexa just generated a playlist, and that just
it very well could have
slip
too.
On there, yeah.
She is a devil.
So just making a compare. Oh wow, is this ever?
Since it is Catterday.
So now what I'm doing, guys, is like I said, now that I've done the non-dominant hand, I'm going back to my dominant hand, and it's just smooth as butter. It's like whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, I guess I'm using my dominant hand too.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I switch back over, and now my brain is going like, yes.
Finally.
But I mean, look at how quickly I just did this quick little lay down of the beginning. It just went like faster than. So, you know, what a great idea just for your own, if you're struggling with something, remind yourself that, hey, you know what, I'll make you struggle and just switch over to the other hand. But get your brain.
I'll show you struggle.
I'll show you struggle. Yeah.
No, try writing the ABCs.
Well, the way I look at it is, it's like my brother who has dyslexia. You have to like basically retrain your brain or trick it. You know, just say, you know what, I'm in charge here, and we're going to throw you off a bit. And then you come back, and then it's like that other side of your brain is reset. I spend a lot of time thinking about these things because of my autism and just other things that I've done in life in terms of like tutoring people who have ADHD and like dyslexia and stuff like that, and trying to understand the neurodivergent world that we live in.
It's a good way
lot
to
of people are on that
balance out
spectrum.
the equilibrium.
Yes, thank you. It is. They do a lot of that in yoga and meditation, like breathing in one nostril and breathing out the other for anxiety. You heard about that kind of different breathing exercises? It literally resets your system because you're used to breathing in and out in a certain way, but you're intentionally you're leaving an intent to process things with your oxygen and your blood in a different way. So yeah, there's different ways. It's kind of like, touching your head, tapping your head and your belly at the same time. It's kind of like that. Oh, wow. Look at this. So we're going to do some comparison here when I get this done, if I ever get around to getting this done. But thank you guys for joining tonight. Any ideas for future art challenges?
Have you ever folded a piece of paper in half and just drawn half a face? And then flipped it over and drawn the other half of the face without seeing the other side? And then opening it up and seeing how you do?
That's a great idea.
I just thought of it just now. I've never done it either.
Bing! I've never even heard of that. You heard it here, guys. Breaking news. I should get that little takeover. Breaking news.
Mirror portraits. It's like
mirror portraits.
Yeah, it's like an 8.5 by 11 like printer sheet of paper or whatever paper you want, and fold it in half, and then you draw just the left side. And then once you get that done, you flip it over and you do just the right side, and then open it up and see how well you did.
And the art challenges don't have to be like, super crazy stunt kind of weird stuff. I mean, we can also do like self-portraits or something like that, or however.
I'd love to focus on just one feature of the face, like an eye or a nose.
I was just thinking that, hey, who here draws faces or would like to draw faces? All of you here, are you all like down for doing stuff like that?
I can.
I think you can. Yeah.
I can do it better than I currently do if I practice it.
I was just thinking that I know that Desiree, Lindsay, Brenda, do you draw faces?
I do.
Awesome. Okay, so everybody, starting with Lindsay, we'll just go around the top and then around the bottom.
Okay.
What is your favorite part of the face to draw, and what is your least favorite?
My least favorite is the nose.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, I can never get it in the right position, and it always looks so stupid. And it's like one of the biggest features that gives your face the personality it needs.
Right.
And easiest, I don't know, just kind of overall head layout, like just mapping it in general seems to be okay. I don't really have a favorite necessarily.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I like that little dimple in the side.
I like your face. I like your face, Michelle. Your face is my favorite.
I know. I want to wear your face. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, that's creepy. Okay. That's a little lamb.
Michelle's getting weird.
No. What was the other night I was like, I was telling Chris Gales, I'm like, I gotta add the twinkle. Where's my twinkle stick? I gotta find the twinkle in his eye. Like there it is. There's the twinkle, because he has like, that's what he has, like literally in all of his photos, he has a little twinkle in his eye. And I'm
where's my little twinkle stick at? Here, twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
It's so easy to make me laugh.
Can you guys tell who my best friend is? Sorry.
I know, right? Oh my god.
I can't help it. I channel him at times.
It's okay. You guys are like related or something.
Sorry if I slip into your nightmares, Michelle.
It's okay. I just want your face. What?
Whoa, okay. This is getting weird.
Well, I mean, I'm really collecting faces right now. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I'm collecting faces from Haps. I feel like a serial killer.
Oh, wow, you sound like a Game of Thrones right there.
That's what your head on a spike.
Michelle has a hall of faces behind her.
I would like to sit down and take your face.
Oh, it's literally what it feels like, I'm just collecting faces. But definitely really having a good time doing that once a week. It's a challenge because I'm trying to do different things like that fit the artist. Yeah. So it's like, oh, this week I'm going to do watercolors. Next week I'm going to do something else with pastels, because this person is giving me this vibe. Or so it's really challenging in that sense.
I have an idea.
You're doing a really great job.
Yes, ma'am. Ooh,
how about picking
Thank you, Chris.
your favorite painting from a famous painter?
Oh, she's going in and out again.
Favorite painting, like a famous painting, like a famous artist?
Yes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Creating a famous painting.
Like the Mona Lisa or something like that.
Ooh, or you could use, what, we've done this thing, like you could do an artist respond, and that's huge. Artist respond too. It's literally like, I did this art challenge where you take another artist's work and you interpret it, and you try to make it like your own, or you try to draw in the style of, or paint in the style of.
In college.
Yeah, I remember doing that a lot.
History classes, we had to do paintings in the style of that artist, and we had to give presentations on exactly when in the style, and
Yeah, Edmund Dulac is one that I've been studying recently, and I love it because I'm teaching myself gouache and watercolors. So I was I also like that art period of Art Nouveau and early illustration, and boom, Edmund Dulac. It's just really cool stuff that they did with the colors and the way they and his. It's literally like ink on top of the color, but with the line art that they had to have because of the printing process that they had back then. It's really fascinating. And he did a lot of children's illustration too. Sorry, I'm sorry. What'd you say, hon?
Kind of like Kandinsky or Rosamond.
Oh yeah. He was kind of like me, with the whole synesthesia, music and art thing.
I have a huge piece of his in my living room.
Yeah, he was literally taking that to the next level as a sort of symbolic philosophy of music. I loved it. Love Kandinsky. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I've seen interpretations of the Mona Lisa, people, doing something with it, making it new.
In their own style. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good idea. In your own style.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, making it your own, but using that as the theme. Like everybody does their own version of the Mona Lisa.
I am really liking drawn with this graphite. I'm glad I got dug those out.
Or an idea I have is doing a nursery rhyme or children's song you grew up with.
That would be fantastic. Or like a Grimm nursery rhyme or something.
One-eye, one-horn, flying purple people eater.
Yeah.
I can see you drawing that. I literally can see that.
Yes.
It's gonna get stuck in your head now. Yeah.
Start singing it. I get earworms pretty easily, so I gotta dig them out. The thing that cures all earworms, though, is Black Sabbath. I have discovered it really just destroys all Celine Dion.
Yeah, play Iron Man 20 times in a row.
Oh, yes, Iron Man. Karaoke night. Yeah. I love that.
It's not that I've ever done that. When I was younger, never ever.
There was one day here where I just listened to the entire catalog of Black Sabbath. I was just nice. I just needed it so badly. I don't know what I was going through that day, but I felt so much better afterwards. Oh, and speaking of what we're doing, talk about an artist. Losing the name of the bass player. I think it's the guitarist of Black Sabbath. It might be the bass. Anyway, he was 17, working in a factory, and the tips of a couple of his fingers got kind of sliced off in the factory. So he refashioned and created his own homemade prosthetic nibs of his fingers so he could continue to play the guitar.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Wow.
And the way that he also adjusted is that he detuned his guitar, which created the Black Sabbath sound.
Wow.
If you listen to that like part of, if you just really listen to the guitar, think about it after you hear that, the fact that he's literally like adjusted the guitar so he could take his fingers and still play. Then and what was a disadvantage, or what he thought was going to end his ability to play guitar, just as they were like, forming that band and making it big, and here he had that accident. Well, guess what? He didn't give up, and he just adjusted the guitar to his hand, and it created a unique sound that is, a signature thing about Black Sabbath. So, FYI. It fits in with what we're talking about tonight. Hello, Molly B. Hello, Molly B. Oh, I'm liking my skull. This is turning. Look at it's. I actually have more symmetry. I really struggle with symmetry. Oh, we were talking about body parts. Not body parts. We were talking about parts of the face that we like and don't like to draw. And noses are a struggle for me. Anything. What about you, Chris?
Mouths are a struggle, I think.
Mouths?
Yeah,
oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, because you were saying like, I really like the mouth on that piece of yours, but that was
just, did a good job on it.
I did.
And I think the eyes are the easiest for me.
I think the eyes are easy for a lot of people, but what I did last night, and Chris knows because I explained it last night. I did this piece here, one of my non-referential, again, no, not looking at a photo, just for my head. And normally I start with the eyes, then the nose, and work down to the mouth. I did the reverse on purpose, kind of like what we're doing tonight. And the lips actually turned out better than I normally make them. I do struggle with noses, although I'm working on it. So I feel your struggle there, Lindsay. But yeah, eyes tend to be what I focus on the most, because that's what makes the portrait kind of come alive in the person's face. No matter what you do, how you obscure it, if you have detail in the eyes, even Van Gogh with his style, if you study the eyes of his painting, you could tell he really focused a lot on creating those eyes. Even if everything else is blotchy and abstracty. Abstracty? That's a word.
It is now.
I feel like I need to make this a little bigger. There. All right. So, wow, that was very quick. I think I'm going to use this technique once in a while, the non-dominant hand, when I'm feeling a little stuck on how I'm drawing stuff, just to reset.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like I draw a flower or something.
It's good practice.
I'm telling you, I got this drawing done in half the time with my right hand after doing the left hand.
I think my easiest are lips. I like to do lips.
Jeremy's already working on something else over there. Look at that.
Were you saying something, Brenda? It was really low.
I didn't hear you. Yeah. Is she talking?
You hear me?
There you go.
There you go.
I just turned it down. I think it's down too low. I think lips are my favorite.
Nice.
And I think the nose is the hardest.
Huh. Anybody here feel like they're good at noses?
I do not.
I think the nose is the hardest for any portrait artist, or any artist in particular, because it's like one little thing and it's too big, or you want it to look quote unquote good.
Yeah, or the nostrils get too flared, or maybe it's too straight or too long, wide.
Right. And so it reminds me of a time when I was first drawing live models back in high school, and my best friend was the live model, but the view I had was she was sitting on this chair and leaning like on the back of it, and like, you know, her she was seated where you would normally like in reverse on the chair.
Yeah.
So she's leaning on the back, and I was at the back end because she was like, I don't want any boy to sit there.
You got her butt.
At my butt. So would you sit there? And then I'm like, this is the worst angle. Like, seriously, I have to draw you from your butt. Like, okay, thanks, Christy. So I'm drawing it, and I'm drawing what I think is realistic. And of course, you know, she's just like, oh my God, my butt's not that big, is it? And I'm thinking, like, you did this to me. So I had to like literally not draw from life and change it so that she didn't have a complex about her ass being too big. So I think we're the same way about our own noses, and of course noses in general, because it can dominate the face. It's right in the middle. It's almost like a focal point, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So if, you know, maybe we could do that. We could do a round robin. Maybe like Brenda, you like to do lips. You know, we could be like, okay, over to you, Brenda. Show us how you draw lips. You know, and talk us through some like, you know, how you would do it. Like we could do that sometime. That would be kind of fun. You know, I'm all about like the planes of the face and where the features are in relation to each other.
Yeah, like mapping it out.
Because I feel like a lot of people struggle with that. Is somebody else talking?
No, I think there was an echo for just a second, but you're fine.
I was talking to myself. Ooh, hello. As long as I don't answer. Okay. Wow. Guys. So I feel like we got a little series going here. This is my first real quick. Oh yeah, this is the 1, 2, 3 of how to draw the skull before I go left-handed.
Molly says, I'm ambidextrous and don't know which hand to use. Sometimes I start out on the left and with that hand and end up with the right hand drawing when I'm get to the middle. Well, at least your hand doesn't get tired, right?
There are so many ambidextrous artists on this app. That's so cool. Molly, I didn't know that you do art. Would you like to be invited sometime, or come on? I mean, you show up and we can invite you in sometime if you want to do the challenge.
She could even come up and show off her work while we're finishing up if she wants.
Yeah. Do you have art? I didn't know. Let me look at your profile. Make sure I'm following you. I see you around in a lot of the people are talking about, you know, spiritual stuff. Let's see here. View profile. Hi, Molly B.
Miss Molly's all
My name's
over.
Michelle. She's a ceramic artist. I am following you. Duh. Yes. I am a ceramic artist too, but I haven't done it in years. I haven't done it in a long time. I do traditional Ojibwe pottery, and I do I've done sculpture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 of us. We can get you in here.
Speed shading.
Hi. I'm going to invite you, Molly, if you want to come up and just say hi. But yeah, ceramics, like, it's a thing. I actually got free studio space so I could tutor people. I tutor people in hand building. I love hand building. So this was the preliminary. Oh, I should draw this so I know how to draw a skull. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Then this is the left-handed or non-dominant hand happy skull. And then only took me a few minutes to draw with my dominant hand again. And I really like how it turned out. He's both happy and creepy. He's creepy cute. And it just was nice because it just felt so smooth. So if you guys have been drawing with your non-dominant hand, if you want to switch over to your other hand, like Jeremy, I don't think that's what Jeremy's doing already, just so you get a feel for what that's like. But that's interesting, Desiree, what she said about being ambidextrous. Do you have that thing too, where you go back and forth with your hands?
Oh, I haven't drawn with my left hand in a long time, so it's I'm outside of the lines and I feel strange with it, but it's like it's working my brain. Like,
well, Molly, if you have a phone or whatever, and you join us with the phone not facing you, we won't know what you're wearing. I know a lot of people are in their jammies and stuff, so I'm not trying to pressure you or anything, but I'd love to see your work sometime. So maybe next time, just keep in mind that, you know, we do sketch here, but I would love to see your ceramic stuff, because you probably do incision work or painting or whatever. I used to do a lot of incision work on my clay, and then let the little glazes and stuff, under glazes, kind of get it sink into the thing. Oh, look at this, Lindsay. Are you done?
Almost. I'm actually kind of just I switched over to Dominant to add a background, but yes, drawing wise, I am finished.
Yeah, cool. So how does it feel to have your hand back again?
It's going a lot faster and a little more controlled for sure.
Isn't it funny? Kind of funny, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're sick with the flu, and then you get that first day of feeling really
You're like,
well.
haha, I can rule the world.
I can do stuff. I have energy. Yay, let's get some stuff done. So, okay. Well, it is midnight, guys, or just thereafter. So, I am going to let you continue in your own studio world because I'm going to have to end this.
Okay.
But 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, guys. I'm going to switch back here.
Very nice meeting all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brenda, it was so nice to have you here.
So I'm just adding my little face in here just so I can like say hi or bye to all of you here and thank you for joining. It was so cool that a guy who didn't even know who I was, but I tagged him. He just thought this was pretty cool and he mentioned it in the comments. So guys, next time I do upcoming broadcasts for this next week, let me know if you want to come or if you can't come or if you have any ideas. Again, some of these ideas I'm going to look at the replay, and I'm keeping a list of stuff, of challenges, and we can, like I said, add to it. Make sure you join in on Bobby Bicker's Instagram group. I kind of started a little Instagram group for those who have been in the actual Saturday night thing, because I know it's just so much easier for me to just throw in a reminder in there or whatever, instead of trying to DM every single individual.
Yeah, that gets to become cumbersome after a while.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily like a group chat that's super active. It's just a way to like throw specifically the throwdown of any information that has to do with Saturday sketch party. So thank you guys for joining me, and it's an
thank you for having us.
I mean, I actually
it's so great to be back.
I think it's inspiring because people might be watching this, and you never know, they might just be sitting there drawing along with us. They might watch the replay. They might go later this week. Like I said, if you don't get a chance to come for whatever reason, feel free sometime during the week. You know what? I'm going to do that art challenge, and I'm going to like put that in my title. So put it in your title, put the hashtag art challenge, and of course, hashtag artist show. I think if I'm going to get some clarification on this, but I'm pretty sure what Bobby is saying is it's for artists to show your work. And obviously I've been trying to encourage that here. Whenever somebody comes in, I want to see what you guys got in your sketchbooks. And she does a lot of interviews. She loves having people come in and paint with her. She loves to just talk with you about your work, get you to show your stuff, but also artist show in a sense that, you know, like, hey, this is the kind of broadcast where I can invite you. Like, this is several people. I love this. I love seeing all the different styles and all the art. You guys are just going to town. And I know when I shut this down, you're still going to be scribbling away. But any last words? We'll just go round robin. One last thing, like what's the best? What are you grateful for? No, we're not going to do that.
Not in this one.
No.
Okay, Michael.
What's the best thing that you got out of tonight? Like doing this exercise. Let's start with Lindsay.
I surprised myself on how well the thing turned out to look. I thought that it wasn't going to be even recognizable as anything, so I really did surprise myself tonight.
How about you, Brenda? Look at that. That looks amazing. Now she's starting to put the line art to it. I'm going to make that big just because I want to see.
Reminds me of the Partridge Family.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, look at that. So, you know, this is almost kind of what I'm talking about with that, like, do the line art after you throw down the background, and that's what you're doing. This is really very stylistic, very patterned. I love it.
Great.
Make you happy. Okay.
I have learned that I've made another few friends that I really appreciate. You guys have been.
You're going in and out again. I can't hear you.
Oh, can't hear me?
Do you have your headphone? Or where's your microphone at?
Oh, my microphone's in front of me.
Oh, okay. So that's
it must not be working correctly.
It may need to be a little bit closer.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anyway, I've made some great friends tonight, and I learned that I can paint with my left hand if I really try, but it does give me a headache.
Oh, I know. When you get back to your other hand, you're gonna just like feel how nice that feels. It really was liberating for me to do my last sketch here with my right hand. How about you, Chris? Anything kind of cool you added to your repertoire?
I'm surprised. I'm just really surprised that I could actually do this left-handed, and I'm actually starting to get comfortable a little bit with it.
I like the texture and the depth you've got. That's just incredible.
Thanks.
You know, I know that
the perspective is off because of the angle of the paper. I've noticed. Like when I tilt it up, it looks weird in the picture. I don't know. But yeah, it's been fun. This is great. I'm so glad to be back with you. Thank you so much.
I'm glad we
changing the time around.
We got to do this mountain time. You know, not family time. So I got to do this. I got to Desiree. This is so cute. Hi.
That is adorable.
Is that a little bee? I can't tell if that's a bee or a turnip. What is that next to him?
They're like little fairies or something. I don't know.
Because it's blurry.
It looks like Piglet. It looks like Piglet from Winnie the Pooh with wings.
Yeah, like it's like his little his little buddy.
And like his little belly.
I love it.
That's pretty cute. That's cute.
Thank you. I love this because it teaches you something new, and it really shows you how you can really balance yourself out with the male and female aspects and seeing different perspectives in your own way. So it's like, you know, standing outside of your own self and seeing yourself for who you truly are in a way, but using your left side or your non-dominant side. So thank you for this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like waking up that other side that maybe doesn't get exerted as much. And so it creates more of a balance. Because that's literally like when I went back to using my other hand, it just felt like I was, I don't want to say complete or whole, but it was different. You know, like it was just so much smoother and easier and effortless. So, I got to see the genie one more time.
Yeah, I pulled him back up since that's what we were working on.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've been doing the left-handed thing for a while, but how do you feel about doing it tonight?
It was interesting for me because, like I said, I did it for the month of November, and I haven't touched it at all since November. I went right back to right-handed drawing. So when you made so I wanted to see how much I retained and what I was able to, pick up from it. And the sketchy part of it frustrated me just like it did in November, getting just the body shapes down. And but then the inking, part of it felt pretty natural. So.
Well, we're doing it like a fun little ditty exercise, but you have more at stake, I think, than the rest of us in a sense, because, I mean, to not have a healthy, hand or wrist or, the nervous system, that's got to be stressful. I'm really sorry that you're going through that. And it's part of what you're doing to survive and take care of your family. It's your job.
Yeah.
I mean, I can relate to this as a chef. There are times when my feet are just destroyed, because of all the work, the way I work and all that. And same thing with using repetitive motion. There's a lot of that in the kitchen work that I've done. So I'm out of shape now because I haven't worked in like a year. So it's kind of the same thing. You haven't done this since November. Maybe you got a little out of shape in that plan. Are you going to plan on doing more of this back and forth with the other hand?
I probably will alternate different. I don't know about different whole months, because like I said, the amount of time that it does take me, where this right here, if I were to draw it right-handed, I could probably do it in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And it took me quite a bit longer to do. I did notice one thing though when I was coloring and shading. I moved my right hand away because I'm sitting here doing this, and I noticed this hand down here was doing the same thing, and I'm like, no, stop. I'm like, I'm trying to color, and I'm like,
wow.
I was like, I pulled my hand down off camera because I was like, oh my god, that looks horrible. My hand's just sitting over here, just going, it wasn't shaking, but I was trying to color faster. I was like, just do it, just Work.
Like, oh, that's hilarious. It's like your hands are competing with each other. Oh my word.
And so now I'm going to just draw both sides at the same time.
There you go. The two-handed drawer.
I've never attempted that, and I might have to do that on a live stream one time just to see how horrible it turns out.
Wow. Well, you could do a scribble drawing like that. Put like one color would be, red, the other one would be blue, and then just, draw with each of them back and forth. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it would be fun.
Molly B, I'm sorry, Molly's been making comments. She said, maybe next time. She's in her jammies now. I paint on my ceramics with underglazes. Yeah. I watched a PBS show about not letting your brain be idle. They suggested using your less dominant hand to stimulate the brain more. So you guys, I've stimulated your brains.
Free stimulation. Nice.
Yeah.
I love it when you stimulate me.
Can I have your face? Okay, I used to be a chef. It does put stress on the body. Yes, I've literally done so many things to my feet. It's a wonder I can still stand. So, gosh, I keep wanting to end this, but this has just been really fun and fascinating to do this with you guys. What are we going to do next time? We've had a few ideas we bounced out. Anybody?
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of, like you said, doing the color and then adding the sketch over top of it.
Okay, there's one vote for that, and then there's like the difficult parts of the face. Actually, I really wish I could broadcast more of how to face stuff. And I literally want to break it down and do each part, the eyes, nose, ears, all of that stuff. 3/4 view, full frontal, different sides of the face, looking up, looking down. I mean, hands are difficult sometimes for people, fingers.
Yes, hands just have so many different angles. They're never consistent one way or another.
Well, my journey with doing sculpture and then going back to drawing, it's kind of like what we're doing here again. It's like, it's like I'm just sculpting on paper. Drawing is actually easier for me since I have that sculpture stuff. Before I did sculpture, I think drawing was a lot harder for me in some ways in terms of realism.
I can understand that.
Yeah, so it's just kind of interesting. That's why it's so fascinating to see what C.S. Murphy does. Look at that. There's flipping through his stuff. C.S. Murphy sculpting in VR. It really reminds me of working with clay, but he's doing it in this virtual space. And he also does the 2D stuff, and he does animation. I mean, he can just do the gamut, but all of those things build off of each other, and it starts with sketching. So thanks, guys, for joining me. I think that's my wrap up.
Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
Great night, Michelle.
Yeah, see, look at that. See, somebody says, Lindsay, I didn't know you were an artist. I usually see on Sid's broadcast. There's so many artists on here. Yeah. It's ridiculous. That's why I just gave up on inviting people. It's not because I don't want to invite people. It's I don't want to not invite people. And there's just so many people to invite. I just figured whoever's free, whoever gets the tag and remembers that we're doing this.
Invite a handful, and as it goes, be like, tell your friends.
10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just, I'll put a post on my page if I happen to actually have a life and go somewhere and do something on a Saturday night. But until then, see you guys next week or before that, and see you in your broadcast. And so many cool people now to start watching.
I have a birthday party on Tuesday night.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
that's right. Your first broadcast, right?
Okay, let's go. Where's
Big
your
announcement?
So I know you did strawberries, but let's just pretend they're cherries. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
What were you saying? What were you going to do? What were you going to do on your birthday? Look at how good that one strawberry looked.
I busted out the white ink.
I really like the flowers.
Oh my god!
Thank you. Okay, so I've been on here officially 90 days, and I have not gone live on my own personal channel. So, as a birthday gift to myself and all of you, I guess I'm giving myself as a gift to you all. That sounds so corny. Anyways,
I want your face.
I am going to go live and have a little Badge's birthday bash.
Yay!
Tuesday night. Tuesday night.
And in your channel.
On my channel.
Not Sid's, not
Nope.
Helen's, not mine, not every other person on the planet, but her own. So she's going to offer herself as tribute, and we're going to come over and say hi.
So I will sit there and do, I don't know, stare at each other. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll hang out and have fun. We usually all are goofy enough that we'll have a good time for many hours talking about nothing.
Nice. Molly, thanks for sharing that.
I do have a couple of birthday gifts that I will be opening on cam because I have some really sweet friends that sent me some stuff. And I told them that I would open it on cam on my birthday. So
are you gonna do like an upcoming broadcast kind of announcement thingy so that
probably
we can
should
remember?
do that? Am I going to dance? No, I am.
It's gonna be. You said in the evening.
Not a dancer.
After your family does family
stuff. It will be in the evening. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be between 9 and 10 Central because that's usually when my kids go to sleep, like in bed. So there will be adulting time after the kids go to bed. So
nice. Well,
I probably won't
come
schedule it just
you.
because it's dependent on my child.
I love it. I love it. And yeah, so I just wanted to address this. Molly says, she didn't know you're an artist. She goes, I find sculpture easier, maybe because I'm dyslexic. My twin brother is dyslexic. Thanks. It's awesome. Are you going to dance? So, okay. Yeah, that is really freaking amazing balls. Like nothing I would do with my non-diamond hat would look anything like that. So my hat's off to you. Colorists, you guys are so good at the coloring and all your tools. All
right. So say good night, Michelle.
I'm going to hang up the phone. You're welcome to stick around if you want to, but you'll be in your own world. So yeah, she's asking about the announcement too. Maybe that's the latency on my part.
You know,
yes.
Small world.
My announcement. I may just schedule it a few minutes before I go live, just so it's officially scheduled.
Groovy. Oh, and look at the see, I have to one more. Sorry, the macaw is like ever
so pretty.
Oh yeah, I want to see it close up. Yeah,
that's gonna look like a photo.
That looks good.
Yeah, show it close up. We gotta
see
your bird.
Oh wow!
His feathers. I just want to pet the feathers. I just want to pet the feathers.
I know, right?
So
anyway.
soft.
All right. Well, I'm gonna sit here and finish highlighting my strawberries. So
yeah, we're creeping her out. So okay. Bye. Bye, guys. Next replay.
Bye.
Join us next week. And anybody else, if you want to do the art challenge, just go ahead and